Stencils, welcome to my channel. This week I'm bringing you my mom, so this is a very special video. I wanted to do a look for mature skin that still looks very glamorous, very dewy, with highlighters that look really good on the skin, and the eyes were kept very nude. It is a very soft and wearable look for this Christmas season, so I hope you really enjoy the look. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I'm gonna leave all my social media links down in the description bar below, as well as every single product mentioned and used in this video. And hopefully I'll see you guys on my next video. Take care. Mwah. Her skin is already prepped and moisturized, so we're gonna start with the eyebrows. I'm using these Eylure's brow stencils, and I'm using the high arc on her. And these are great if you have to build the brow from scratch. I'm just gonna use brow products from Anastasia, Beverly Hills. These are powders, and I'm taking Caramel and Auburn on her, and just make sure it diffuses, it blends, add some definition and contrast using different colors, so it's not just one plain color. And that's the best advice I can give you for the brows. I'm gonna also prime the eyelids using Paintpot by MAC. This is in Soft Ochre, and I'm also gonna use that to really carve out the eyebrows and make them look perfected. I'm gonna set that paint pot with this powder by Charlotte Tilbury. It's called the Airbrush Flawless Finish, and it's very fine milled, and I love it. We're now moving on to the eyeshadows, and I'm taking this Master Palette by Mario, and the first shade that I'm gonna use is Lula, which is the perfect transition shade. You've seen this shadow on the tutorial last week, but I just can't get enough of it. It is beautiful and very soft. I'm gonna start applying it on the outer corner with Zoeva Deluxe Petit Crease brush, which is where I want the most pigment. And then once I have very less pigment left, I'm just gonna go on the inner corner as well. I'm now gonna use a blending brush and diffuse the edges. Now moving on to Violeta, which is a beautiful toffee warm neutral, and with the same brush I'm gonna start applying it on the outer corner and then diffuse that with the brush that we were using before. This is the 224 by MAC, and just taking what's left into the inner part of the crease. I'm now going to take Fifth Ave, which is a beautiful champagne gold eyeshadow, and I'm going to start applying it on the teardrop and the first half of the mobile eyelid. And this will give a lot of light to the look. I'm now going to mix Fifth Ave and Kim. And Kim is a beautiful bronzy shade. It has a slight pearl to it, but it's a very mature pearl. It doesn't look over the top at all. And I'm just going to apply that on the rest of the eyelid and emphasize that on the center because that's where I want the most light. I'm now going to take Isabel, which is a matte orangey shade, and apply that from the crease and to the lash line. And just join that to give more definition to the outer corner. And with the brush that we were using to apply Kim, just make sure it blends and diffuse the edges with the 224 that we were using as well by MAC. I'm now going to line the inner rim, the upper inner rim, using Rimmel Scandalizing Brown. Now I'm using Brown Eyeliner by MAC. This is the fluid lining deep down. And just line the outer half of the eye. And with a clean brush, I'm just going to break that line because I don't want anything harsh. I just want this to look very sultry, very smoky, and natural, just like it's enhancing the natural beauty of the eye. I'm now going to apply mascara. I'm using the Lancome Hypnosolized Waterproof, which you know is my favorite. And I'm not going to curl her eyelashes because they are naturally very curly, and this mascara will help as well. I'm not going to put on individual lashes. These ones are by Ardell and are short ones because I want, again, this look to be very natural. So I'm just going to apply about 6 or 7 of them on each eye. I'm now going to move on to the skin, and I'm applying Professional by Benefit just to diminish the appearances of pores and some lines. So just on the center of the face, basically. Forehead, the nose area, cheek area, and then on the chin as well. And I'm now going to conceal and correct the darkness under her eyes using Bobbi Brown correctors in Bisque and Dark Bisque. And these have a very pink undertone and will lift all these dark areas. Just blend that with a Micro Beauty blender. I'm now going to go into base. I'm taking Chanel Perfection Lumiere foundation, and it has a soft velvet finish. It has a medium to full coverage. I wouldn't say it's full coverage right off the bat, but it's buildable and you can definitely build it to a full cover. I'm now applying it with fingers and then melting it into the skin with a beauty blender, which is my favorite finish for this foundation so far because it looks more natural.
but it lasted forever. So I'm really enjoying this foundation so far. I'm now gonna take a concealer by LA Girl just to match the pre-correction to her natural skin tone. And just applying that on the inner corners and melting it with a micro beauty blender. And she has bags as well, so I'm gonna take a lighter shade and apply that on the shadow that creates the bag to neutralize it. I'm now gonna set the under eye area using the NARS translucent crystal powder, and it gives a beautiful, flawless, natural finish. Here you can see how the under eyes look now, much better, huge difference. We're now taking this NARS Puerto Vallarta Multiple, which is a beautiful blush, very corally, gives great vitality to the skin, applying that with fingers on the uppers of the cheeks and blending upwards towards the temple because it lifts the face. I'm now gonna take this highlighter by Colourpop, this is called Lunch Money. And here you can see how the skin looks so far. Very natural but flawless. We're now gonna bronze the skin up a little bit using the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, which is a creamy bronzer. I'm taking that on a Real Techniques contour brush and just swiping it across the perimeter of the face. I'm now gonna set the rest of the face using the Shallow Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powders and a Burlesque Kabuki brush, which I love. We're now gonna finish the eyes taking Isabella and a fluffy little brush and just applying that on the outer part of the lower lashes, outer half I would say, and then take a clean brush and just swipe that across that shadow to make it softer. I'm now gonna take Violetta on an angle brush and just apply that on the very outer corner of the eye. I'm now gonna reinforce the highlight using the Shallow Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, taking obviously the highlighter shade, which is a champagne color, very beautiful. Lining her waterline with a nude pencil to brighten up the eyes and make them bigger. I'm now gonna line her lips as well using this NYX Slim Liner Pencil in Peekaboo Neutral, which is my favorite. And I'm now gonna take this Audacious lipstick by NARS in Bridget, which has a very soft, warm pink undertone, and it's gonna give a lot of life into the face. It's just gonna light it up, and I love this formula. I'm gonna spray a little bit of Fix Plus to make everything a little bit more glowy, and that is the final step. So here's the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was helpful. If you liked it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Share this video with whoever you think it might be helpful. If you recreate it, tag me on Instagram and Twitter. You know I love to see your recreations. Remember, you're gonna have all my social media links down below, as well as every single product mentioned and used in this video. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Mwah.